Person that's not subscribed, yes, you. Subscribe. We're on our way to 100 subscribers. And if you don't subscribe, then the milk in your fridge will go bad. Back to our regular scheduled program. Yo, what is good, YouTube? Today we're back with another movie review. Today we're doing Good Burger, but before we get into that, comment down below what movie I should do next. And if you haven't checked out any of the previous ones, go check them out. And again, the movies you guys can comment any genre, any movie, I do not mind. And now let's get into this movie review. And starting off, this movie is a direct sequel after the 1997 sequel, which I don't know why it took so long to make another one. But a lot of movies are making sequels after the original's been out for so long. But this has the same two characters, Ed and Dexter, and to be honest, I never watched the first. I never cared for it. So yeah, but I'll be honest, watching this movie, I really didn't feel like I needed to watch the first one. Like, I feel like not really that much stuff from the first one came to play in this one. And again, I could be wrong because there might have been stuff I missed that I wouldn't have known because of the first one that I didn't watch. Okay, but now let's get into the plot. And so, as stated previously, this movie follows Ed and Dex. Dex is an entrepreneur, and Ed obviously still works at Good Burger. But Dexter is an entrepreneur in the beginning of the movie, and let's just say his invention does not go as planned as he wanted to be. So then it leads him to go back to Ed in Good Burger and ask for a job, which obviously he gets because without that, then there'd obviously be no Good Burger. So then while he gets hired, he meets everyone that's new to the cast. Yeah, I'll be honest, not a lot of the cast are kind of memorable, to be honest. But once he does get hired, he later on meets Ed's family and all the kids he has, and I think who he has him with. I can't remember if they show him or not, or show her or not. But as Dexter starts working, because obviously he just got hired, someone shows up to meet Ed, since Ed apparently is the owner of Good Burger, which doesn't make sense because why would he be an owner but then have a manager of his? But I guess so. But Ed is the owner of the Good Burger, and someone tries to meet him to talk about him with the Good Burger and like their plans of Good Burger. And let's just say the person leaves unhappy with Ed's answer. So then later on in the movie, they meet up with Dex, and Dex goes behind Ed's back and basically kind of lies to him on the plans of what the guy wants to do with Good Burger, which leads Ed and Dex signing the papers to Good Burger, which later on to find out is a bigger plan to corporation. So then they make up a plan to get back their Good Burger, which they do, and somehow it works. I'll be honest, somehow it works. And then at the end of the day, everything goes back to normal. Good Burger is back theirs, and everyone's happily ever after, and everyone works at Good Burger again, even Dex, even though he wanted to be an entrepreneur, he surprisingly ends up back working at Good Burger. So yeah. Now let's get into the goods, bads, and the neutrals. Okay, now let's get into the goods, and not gonna lie, there isn't that many, which I wish there was honestly more, because I really did want to like this movie. But starting with cameos, there was a surprisingly weird and funny cameos. Like, the cameos, I'm not saying they were funny themselves, but like, it was just weird seeing them in this movie. Like, some of the notable ones are Pete Davidson, Mark Cuban. Mark Cuban, I think, was the most surprising. I don't know why. Kai Cenat, Rob Gronkowski, and Young Gravy. Rob Gronkowski was funny as well, just because I'm a football guy. But Young Gravy, I'm surprised they even had him in this. But again, some of the cameos are funny. And then they had like some like female YouTuber, I kind of forgot her name, but they also had her in there. But it was honestly, the cameos are pretty fun as well to see them just in this movie, and you know, just I guess you could say act, because like Rob Gronkowski, I don't think I've ever seen him act in like any movie. I can't remember if there is one. Comment down below. And then also, this movie was surprisingly funny. Like, some parts where they were meant to be funny wasn't funny, but like some other parts were just weirdly funny. Like, I don't know why, they were just weirdly funny. Like, parts that weren't supposed to be funny were funny, if that makes sense. So yeah, this movie kind of had like a weird sense of humor, and I did like it for that, but surprisingly those are the only goods. So now let's get into the bads. Okay, now let's get to the bad, and trust me, there is a lot of them. And let's just start off with CGI. And I know it's like a broken record, always talking about CGI looking weird, CGI looking bad, but it's just because a lot of movies nowadays just use a lot of CGI. Some have to, you know, because it's not like you can just make a real life Godzilla or something. But CGI in this movie, come on, Nickelodeon. I know you got enough money to give them a little bit more leeway to make, you know, like better visuals for CGI. Because some of the CGI was terrible. It was like their budget was 30 mil, like Nickelodeon. You couldn't give them more money. I know you got money like that. Give them more money. You really waited like almost 30 years for this movie to come out, and you're only giving them 30 mil? Come on, bruh. Give them more money or give them more time for the visuals. Because look at Godzilla Minus One. I haven't seen it yet. 15 mil budget. Literally, this movie has double and better visuals I'm hearing. So yeah, there's that. But then also, Ed character is just overly dumb, if that makes sense. Like some characters are made to be dumb, you know? Or like stupid. But this is like just so dumb. It's like, how is he surviving? How does he have kids? It's like, it is painfully dumb, you know? But this ad is just like, it's overly dumb. I don't know why. And it's just painful. It was just painful to watch. Also, the ending was so cringe and bad. It was also so generic. Like, oh, happy ending. I understand it's a Nickelodeon movie, but just, it was just so bad and generic. Like, it was just, stump double, so terrible. There was like a part like in this movie where like an older woman needed to dance, you know? It was like break dancing. And dude, it was Michael Jordan bad. Like, Michael Jordan's mom type of bad stud double. Like, bro, it was terrible. Like here's the clip of Michael Jordan's mom's stunt double.
Like this. Like that?
No, like this. Like this. Like this. Like this, Michael. And now give it some razzle-dazzle.
That's my mom.
Like, it's that bad. Like, they didn't even like try to attempt to like make like the stunt double look like the older woman. It was just like, all right, put on the wig, you look like her, perfect. Like, it was bad. And my last pet peeve and last bad is when Dex went to bed in jeans, shoes, and a jacket. Who does that? Who does that? That is criminal. Dude, you deserve whatever comes to you, dude. Literally, if you sleep like that, that is like demon sleeping right there, bro. It is just so terrible. You just deserve the worst outcome of sleep known to man if you sleep like that, bro. It is terrible. It is just so bad. Like, oh my god, it is so bad. But those were the goods and the bads. Sadly, this one had a lot more bads, but now let's get into the neutrals. Starting with the neutrals, there's only really one, and I guess there's a story or lack of there. I mean, it's kind of just random events kind of happen, which leads to like the ending. And yes, there is kind of a story, but I mean, I feel like it's not really the main focal point until like the end. So I guess that's the only neutral with it, is just the story or lack of one. But now let's get into the ratings. Or starting with the ratings, honestly, I can't lie. My expectations of the movie were not that high, seeing the trailer. But I had some standards, and I gotta be honest. This movie did not meet them, and I'm disappointed because I did want this movie to be good. You know, I didn't want it to be bad. Like, I wasn't thinking it was gonna be good. I didn't come into this thinking it was gonna be bad. All right, I wanted this to be good. I was thinking, you know, this is gonna be a pretty good movie. You know, but then just the more I watched, it just got worse and worse, and my expectations kept on being just like less met, and it's just like it was just so bad. So for that, I might have to give it a 4 out of 10. I didn't want it to give it that, but I did. And also my little brother watched this, so, and he gave it a 9 out of 10. That's what he told me. It was just so bad for me. I didn't like it. Like, it was just a 4 out of 10. Like, I wasn't a fan. And so I'm just saying for this, is this movie worth getting Paramount Plus? Heck no. No, it is not. All right, this movie is not even worth watching a Paramount Plus if you're like, I'm not a fan of movies. Like, in my opinion, it's just not worth it. And is this single movie worth getting Paramount Plus? No, I don't think any movie is worth getting, you know, a streaming service. But just this movie is so bad, I don't think it's worth to watch unless like, you put it on like in the background for a child, or like, again, if you're a fan of this type of movie, then yeah, go watch it. I'm not hating you. I do understand like why you do like this movie, but it's not my type of movie, and it's just really bad, in my opinion. But that was it for the movie review, and again, leave a comment for a movie you'd like me to watch. You know, any genre, doesn't really matter, but leave a like, comment, and subscribe. Have a wonderful day. Bye bye.